Yo, it's your boy Slugger and the Big. You guys already know what the deal is. Alright, check this out. So, this is the JP side of the game. I know Global's coming up on November 7th. So, but I do want to show you guys characters that we do got inside the game that is coming later on for us. Once, like, we got the JP side of it. I mean, we got the global side of the character list, and we already got the rundown for that. So now I want to show you guys a few units that we are going to be getting. So these units got added to the gacha poll. So I'm going to show you the list that we got here. So, but pretty much we got some more new character, as you guys can see. They added a bunch. Like, when I say a bunch, it's ever since, like, you could see on the screen, you got Junpei all the way to Nanami. So that's what they added, all those units. And this they added, like, I believe it was like 8 months in from launch to now when they added all these units into the list. But don't mean that global is gonna do the same. Maybe they might follow suit, like 8 months later we get off them, or maybe they just gonna do something else, do something different, right? But that's what happened inside the JP side of the game. So we got these units like 8 to 9 months within. Then we just got them recently added to the gacha pool on the JP side. So this is pretty good. So for people that knowing that we're gonna get these units one day in the gacha pool in the global side, yes, they will be added just the same way as JP. But it might take a little bit while. But as you guys can see in the list, so here's my suggestion for units to be saving up for, and units that most likely you probably might want to skip, right? So starting off, we're just gonna go run down the list, right? The first one, so we're gonna go from the top all the way to to the bottom. I'll get my thing there. So Junpei starting off first. So in the JP side of it, I believe he was definitely the first unit that came in the game. And if you guys see the list that I'm gonna show you guys on the screen right here, all these units are pretty much listed in order when they came out. So Junpei, I would not suggest you be pulling for him. He's not a really good unit. But he do have a poison mechanic that doesn't really fit well from today's meta, or I don't know, maybe in future meta, but it's been almost a whole year. So Junpei definitely do not make the cut for someone that I would suggest you to summon for when he comes out. But let's see what changes, right? So they might change the order of these banner too, by the way, so keep that in mind, right? Okay, second up, so as you guys can see, there is units that is missing between Junpei and Megami. If you guys don't know, we did get a zero event that have Yuta and Ghetto. So, and that's for the movie event or the zero event, right? So either way, but they're not included into the gacha pool. And obviously, right, they're a limited time unit. So of course we're not going to be getting them. They're pretty much like a limited time, or you want to call it a collab or somewhat, right? But they're definitely not. Those are the only two units within the game so far that are truly limited, and we haven't got a rerun in the JP side either. So once they come in, and go get them. Yuta is a banger. Like, you do not want to miss out, right, on Yuta. You maybe could miss on Ghetto, but they're really good units, both of them. But anywho, let's just start off. So next person, we got Megami right there. He's definitely a I would say I suggest you would like to have him, because he's a yellow unit, and early on in the global side of the game, we do not have a lot of good yellow unit except for Nabara, right? But this Megami actually replaced Nabara early on, but that doesn't mean that, like, you must pull for Megami. I would just say, like, he is one of the only few summonable domain user also. So he's actually the only domain user that we got on summonable, right? Other than the special grade curses that we got in free to play shop. But yeah, Megami, I definitely would say, like, you would like to pull for him early on for yellow units, because he's one of the better one. So There you go. Red Yuji. Actually, Red Yuji is actually pretty good. So he's good when it comes to damage, but is he a must? I would say for right now, because we don't have a lot of good red units. Like early on in the game, we have Maki, we have I forgot who else we got that's red. But I know for sure we don't have a lot of good red units. So early on, this Yuji actually is very valuable and he is still usable. But is he a must? I would say pass on him, especially if you're free to play. So I would say pass on this red Yuji, but if you decide to summon on him and you got him, he's actually very, very good to be inside your account as a free to play player. But I highly suggest you be skipping on him, because the reason why, because you guys see it, the next person, Hollow Purple Gojo, he's a green DPSer, big hitter, have the highest multiplier when it comes to his ultimate damage of 2000% of his stats from his Jujutsu stats, and this man hits hard, and you really want this man late game when we have the new tower system, whenever they want to introduce that later on. So he's more of a future-proof unit that you probably would want to have eventually, right? But you do really, he's one of the units that I say is a must pull, like hands down, right? So don't miss on Gojo. Next up, of course, we're gonna have another banger. These two made it in the top tier list. We got Momo. Momo is one of the best buffer that we could get in the game by far. That's a SSR plus, but you could safely say you could pass up on her if you really trying to save up your Kaiju, because we still have the SR Yaga and SR Nanami, right? And even the SR Momo, right? And the other Momo is actually not that bad, but this Momo is just way better than that SR Momo. So she's a really good unit. She also gives you break. She could help you break damage, and she could take the ultimate one slot of the ultimate gauge from the enemy, and it's an AoE from her ultimate. She's one of the better one, and probably the only buffer that we got so far from even till this day, right? That's new. But yeah, you could say you could pass, but I would say like she's definitely someone you want to pull for. So yeah, that's gonna be a tough one right there when we got Gojo, then Momo, right? But then here where it gets a little bit refreshing, we got Kamo. Kamo, I believe Kamo and Momo came on the same day, but on separate banners. But safely, you could pass up on Kamo, but there is one catch too. So Momo and Kamo do have separate banners, but from the JP side, you could actually get Kamo and Momo banner, and vice versa. Momo, and you could get Kamo and Momo banner, right? Like you could vice versa, you get one of them. Which is really strange, but at least they kept the banners separate just in case you're aiming for someone else, right? So like you want Momo, most likely you want Momo. But then Kamo is an easy skip. You could definitely skip on his banner, and that's for sure. He's not valuable at all. Next person, we do got Red Nabara. I really like Red Nabara. She's so good. I actually prefer the Red Nabara over the yellow one, but that's just me personally, right? But I do like the mechanic that the yellow Nabara have, but this red one also have that same mechanic, but not based off her ultimate. She have the same mechanic just like the other Nabara, but from like, you know, you apply a nail and you do a AoE, it's the same thing. She does the same thing, but not based off her ultimate. So if you really want to have fun, this Nabara is super fun. I wouldn't say she's a must pull, but I'll say definitely a really good unit that you would want to have just to have a little fun, and she actually do some really huge damage and good payoff. But then her skills for this Red Nabara, she takes a lot of curse energy. But that's the thing, you could team her up with Kaido, and Kaido will make her like crazy strong. But there you go. Next person, of course, we got Mekamaru. Mekamaru, he was actually really good when he first came out, but like the more you play the game, the more you don't really need breakers. And him sitting on a yellow slot, I'd rather have that domain Megami that I mentioned in the beginning. I'd rather have that Megami than this Mechamaru. And attribute are gonna matter later on because you want a little bit of one of each. So that's why Gojo's really good, Momo's good, Domain Megami, Red Nobara, right? Because these are going to come and play later on when we get like future game mode when they apply that in a global launch. So Magmar is definitely a skip. So now we're going to go to the next person. We're going to go for Todo. Blue Todo, I love his art. He got one of the better art in the game, but sadly, this Todo right here, he's not good. It's like he's not even the other Todo that we got inside the game is not good itself, sadly. But that's just how the cookie crumble for Todo, so I'm gonna have to skip. But once you see him in the game, he got one of the best, amazing art in the game. He's just really a cool unit. Right, next things up, we got Blue Yuji Itadori, right? So we do have this Blue Yuji. I really do like his kit when he first came out, but the more I play the game, finding out that you don't really need him, and he definitely is a tough one to fit in your team when you want buffers, right? You don't want like a support DPSer. So Yuji is normally like so this Blue Yuji is pretty much a support DPS. I wouldn't want him. I prefer the red Yuji over the blue one, right? But yeah, easy skip for this Yuji. Just get the red one if you really want to have Yuji in your box. So at least the red Yuji is early on in the game. So now we got next one. Another red unit is gonna be Panda. Panda's gonna be coming out. He's gonna be a tank unit, and to be frank, tank units are not really valuable inside the game. They don't really do much. They do help you sustain, and because I believe this Panda also got a self-revive, like just the same one as the one that we got in the beginning game, the green Panda. But I just do not like tanks in the game because like you don't really need them, because you want to buff your DPS and start nuking. That's pretty much the meta. If you once you starting out the game, you'll find that out really early. But if you do like these units, of course, you guys keep it with a grain of salt. You guys just pull whoever you want at the end of the day, right? You don't listen to me. I'm just getting you guys prepared for what we're gonna be getting later on from the global launch to what we got right now in the JP side of the game. And last and finally, we have Yellow Nanami. So Yellow Nanami, a really good hitter. He's actually I'd say he's on the same level of the Domain Megami, right? So I would say if you got Domain Megami, you don't need this Nanami. If you miss out on a Domain Megami, grab this Nanami. But the reason why I would say hold off and I would say skip on this Nanami, not because of Domain Megami, is because right after this Nanami, we end up getting, you know, Student Gojo, which he is yellow. And pretty much that Gojo pretty much took everybody out that you would want to use for a yellow DPS. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. So yes, I am gonna say skip for this Nanami, but it's not a bad thing if you went for him. But just, you know, we gonna get Gojo like right after this man. But that's if they follow on the same line as the JP listed from characters coming out and events and all that goodie. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys prepare a little bit. Definitely like the video, subscribe to your boy if you haven't yet. Don't forget to hit the bell for some more JJK news. And of course, when excuse me, of course, when these units come out in the global side of the game, I would definitely do a breakdown on them. So I know I didn't show much, but I'll just try and make this quick and short because this video is already going on for like 15 minutes. And yeah, but we just go case by case when this unit come out. And let's see if they actually go by the way the JP side, right? Who knows what they're gonna do there, but I'm just happy that I could just get this video out for you guys. But you guys already know what the deal is. It's your boy Slugger, and we out of here. One.